It's your boy Cole Miles on the beat.
This is a building that has been in our family for 37 years.
Wow.
I was 10 years old when my mom and dad purchased this building where the Barrel House Kitchen and Bar currently sits on. And at 10 years old, mom and dad ran this as a bar for about 8 years. And so from when I was about 10 to I left to college, mom and dad ran this as a bar. So really what happened is that my mom and dad ran it for 8 years till I was about 18, and then they leased it out for about 27 years.
Oh, wow.
So for 27 years, 4 different owners ran it under the same trade name.
Wow.
So under the name of the Cubby Hole. And so the Cubby Hole was a name that my dad created. It was a name that my dad came up with. Funny story about the Cubby Hole. When I was 10 years old, my favorite sitcom, and still to this day, my favorite sitcom of all time is Three's Company.
Oh, man.
I used to love Three's Company. I still love Three's Company. We've been waiting for you. Obviously, growing up with a big influence of Three's Company and my dad creating this new business venture for himself and renaming it, I wanted him to name it the Regal Beagle.
The Regal Beagle.
And I was so disappointed when Dad didn't name it the Regal Beagle. And I tell that story to everybody. I said, like, imagine this place not being called the Cubby Hole, but being called the Regal Beagle.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that my dad didn't listen to me.
Yeah, that was probably good marketing advice.
People ask me, why did you change the name? And I said, well, after 37 years, people had good experiences at the Cubby Hole and some not so good experiences. Some experiences they can remember, others that they can't, you know? Yeah. So if you can envision, as a kid coming here, we used to have a bar. And this was our bar area. And then tucked away through that corner there, we used to have the restrooms. And so what we did in this situation here is we actually moved the restrooms over across to a parking lot.
Oh, man.
And so when we were in the development stage, me and a buddy, my partner in the restaurant, we came over and we would be here at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. He'd get home from work, I'd get home, and we'd come over immediately. And so we would go ahead and we'd do that. And get stopped by the cops. I mean, Edinburg PD would come over and
they're doing their job.
They're absolutely doing their job.
Right across the street, by the way.
Right across the street, they'd stop by. We were so appreciative of the fact that they were looking out for the building.
Sure, absolutely.
But that was part of the process. So
nice.
So restrooms here. Now we have our walk-in cooler that gets right into the kitchen. We have a walk-in freezer right into the kitchen.
How much of this kitchen is original kitchen? Is this, or did y'all have a kitchen?
No,
in your own?
no
so
kitchen.
This is all added.
This is all an add-on.
All
there was
brand
no
new. All
kitchen.
brand new.
This was just a bar. It was
just a bar.
Did not have a kitchen.
Peanuts? Did you serve peanuts at the bar?
There was some popcorn.
Popcorn
There was
and
definitely
peanuts.
some popcorn.
How could you not have popcorn and peanuts at the bar, right? Look, I mean, you have some memorabilia from the Cubby Hole.
We do.
Right here in the back part. Now, you would consider this kind of the sportsy side, the sports bar area?
So this was actually back in the day of the Cubby Hole. There was a small door right where we just came through.
Okay.
And this was an open area. So it was open to the sky. Back in the day, right over there in that corner, my dad used to have a barbecue pit. And he would allow people to bring their own meat because he didn't serve food.
That's true.
It was just a bar.
Here,
This is
check
the
this
actual.
out.
This is
neat.
the original sign.
And you got a stage right up here.
And we created this.
Do you mind if I go up on stage?
Absolutely.
I won't try to perform or anything, but this is amazing right up here. Look at the acoustics right here. Cubby Hole, original sign?
Original sign, and that is the original wood that was on the facade of the building.
Original wood.
Original wood that we reclaimed.
All right, so no doubt, Barrel House, fairly new. I gotta ask, you must have been under construction or doing construction during the pandemic. How did that fare for you guys?
We actually were under construction, and we started construction in 2019, if you can believe that.
Wow.
With a small idea back then that my buddy and I approached him with the idea of opening up a burger joint. Just a small burger joint. The idea was not obviously this grand.
Sure.
For better or for worse, the pandemic has taken a lot from us, but it also gave us something in return, which was time to think, to expand our ideas of what we wanted here.
So just giving you that extra time, I can see where you had time to actually add those little nice extras to this place.
Right.
Saving the back of the wood. Like most of the time, most people would just have trashed that. But you kept the integrity of the history here. And I think that's what makes this place very special, is it's got history. It's got a place where probably your grandfather came, right? Or your great grandfather, I don't know.
People ask us for bottled water, and we're not about the upsale. We're try our water. It's
sure.
It is tap water that's been reverse osmosis and filtered.
Can't beat it.
You can't beat the water that we have here.
Can't beat it. The detail, the attention to detail, everything that you've thought of here, on top of the ice, down to the ice.
Down to the
just
ice.
shows how much you care and how willing you are to go for that customer experience and for customer service. So you got to check out the ice here. What kind of drinks do people add to the ice? I mean, we're not just here for the ice, are we, folks? What do you put on the what kind of drinks you put on the ice? What's your famous stuff here?
You know, we have our Barrel House Barrel Ritas that are our top sellers.
Barrel Ritas.
Barrel Ritas. It's our version of a margarita.
Margarita.
So on the rocks is the preferred way of consuming that, and it's our top seller.
All right, it's a scorcher here in South Texas, but people still like to hang out outside. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, we have the beach. People hang out at the beach.
You know,
this is a nice place to hang out.
This is actually something that came about as a result of COVID.
Okay.
We thought about what would people want post-COVID. I mean, we all lived in a post-COVID. We're living in a post-COVID world. We lived through COVID, and you know, when we were in the height of that, you know, eating outdoors with our friends became mainstream.
Yeah.
It became something that we felt like we needed to do to keep our families safe, and so therein lied this idea of creating a backyard patio area. You know, during COVID, we were able to approach our friends over at the Echo, who've been so gracious and really good neighbors to us. And I purchased this property from the Echo for additional parking, and then to be able to, as a result of COVID, to build this outside bar that we can open up and have it as an open area for our customers and our friends to come out and enjoy. This is our outdoor stage.
Yeah.
Typically, we're open out here on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Okay.
And so we open up the garage doors. We have acoustic music. You can eat out here, and we're looking forward to the fall when the weather turns much, much nicer.
Check it out, stage right here, dueling banjos, dueling pianos, comedians, live music, all of that fun stuff here at the Barrel House in Edinburg. Folks, you got to check it out. If for anything, to just come take a look and chunk out of history here in Edinburg.
If anybody has any old pictures of the Cubby Hole,
great idea.
Please bring them to me. We'll hit you up with a free appetizer if you can bring me some pictures.
Nice.
Something that we can put up at the front as you're coming in. If we've got some pictures that you may have, old black and whites, old Polaroids, old anything. If anyone has out there in our community that had came to the Cubby Hole and has some pictures of birthday parties and what have you, we'd love to have them. We'd love to put them up for you, and
that'd be cool.
We'd love to display them. Love to show you the inside of this bar.
Let's check it out. Oh man, looks like you got an old picture in here already.
This is a picture that was over at the HEB here on Klosner on the south exit, and it was there for about 15 years. And it was there for 15 years until they took it down, and they took it to the high school. But we didn't know that it was at the high school, and so what happened was that it was at the high school for about another 13 years, and they were going to take it down. My understanding is that they were going to dispose of it, throw it away, and one of the teachers, Ms. Sherry Carlson, called us and let us know that they were going to throw it away and if we could give it a home.
Wow.
And so we decided at that time
that's a beautiful picture. It's huge.
That we'd go and get it, and we immediately that day went and picked up that picture, and we had it in storage for about 6 months before it made its way home here, and it'll be here for as long as we're here.
So you're 53.
I'm 53.
This is you here, and 19 is Matthew. All right, very cool. So what did you play? You were a linebacker?
I was a center.
You were a center.
I was a center.
Man, they're making them bigger nowadays.
Yeah,
man. You look like a linebacker there.
I was a center, and Matthew was a defensive back, and that was our senior year. A lot of memories, a lot of people in that picture. That, a lot of our friends.
That's cool.
Some friends that have since passed away.
Sure.
So that's an original picture. It's 30 years old. We're celebrating our 30th reunion this year.
Nice, congrats!
Right,
a lot of memories here. A lot of people came here, shared their hearts with each other, had a few drinks together, hanging out.
We've had people.
It's a place.
We've had people to come by and tell us that they met their wives here.
There you
and
go.
They want to come back.
That's neat.
They're excited about the fact that we were able to open it up. We were excited about being able to give back to Edinburg and the nightlife, and I know that back in February, you guys had a show about the nightlife and talking about. Again, I'm a big fan, so I keep up with the show.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Yeah, we enjoy it. We appreciate you and everything you've done for Edinburg, for the Barrel House, for Cubby Hole, keeping the memory alive.